Thank you, parents and students, for attending Mr. Harmon's Back to School Night. So I'm bringing you this Back to School Night from the office because I figured why not? Why not make it fun and interesting? That's what I'm trying to do with Algebra 2, is just try to make it a fun place for students to come and enjoy and kind of maybe learn some math along the way. So let me tell you a little bit about myself if you don't know it already. I went to Pencrest High School. I graduated in 2003. I then attended Westchester University where I got my teaching degree, and then I kind of went back and got my master's in mathematics. Not only do I do like the kind of education thing, but I coached wrestling here for, I don't know, probably 10 years, and then coached the Ultimate Frisbee team for a while as well. So I kind of get the whole sports thing, and, bums me out too. So my point is we're in this together and we're going to make it work and we're going to have fun while doing it. So that's enough about that. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, and how about I share my screen? So here we go. So when students log into Schoology, their Schoology might look something like me, might look like this. And they have me for Algebra 2. So whether it's period 6 or period, 7 or period 8. So let's say I have 7th period. So let's click on that because it's all built the same. So when they log in, you're going to notice a few things. One, they have a picture. This is from Montana, Glacier National Park. Pretty cool thing. Here, you'll notice there's upcoming assignments. This is where they're going to see it. Okay, so it'll be over here. So notice there's a quiz coming up, and that's where you can see it. This big thing at the top, well, this is something, just for the kids they had us make. It's a welcome screen, and here you'll have my welcome video, all right, and then you'll have a little bit of information in there. You'll have my office hours, which is CE and after school during that 9th period block. This is my contact information, resources that you might find interesting and handy, and then just some frequently asked questions. So underneath that, you'll notice there is my virtual class link. So this is how the kids get to class, and if they have questions, this is what they would click to get a hold of me. Then we have my Let's Make a Deal activity, but let's explore this Algebra 2 syllabus. So Algebra 2 starts out with numbers, just classifying numbers and getting to know the basics of Algebra 2, like terms and like terms and combining like terms and things like that. So we'll move through that. We'll move into polynomials, matrices, complex numbers, logarithms if there's time, rational expressions, all that fun stuff. But we're doing all this so we can solve real world problems and to promote higher level thinking. Okay, so Algebra 2 includes Algebra 1 and some geometry concepts. I'm not going to read all of this fun stuff, but the expectations will be to attend virtual lessons and reviews. And big one here, be your own advocate. When you're not getting something, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll get back to you. I'll set up a time where we can sit down, talk, and kind of work through things and just troubleshoot. So if you miss a lesson for whatever reason, or your son or daughter misses it, well, what they should do is let me know. Reach out to me. Be like, hey, I missed class. How should I make up the work? And we'll work out a plan. We'll develop something. I might even be like, hey, don't worry about it. It is what it is. So, but we can't do that if you don't reach out to me. So be your own advocate and reach out when you're missing work or just struggling in general. Okay? Because it's math. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. So struggles will happen. Now, in my class, homework is done through WebAssign. WebAssign, well, a lot of kids are going to gripe about it, but it's what we got. It's what we're using. All right. I gave them a code and made sure every kid was set up, and that's their database of homework problems. So it'll be roughly 15 questions for homework. They'll have about a week to get it done. They'll be due on Mondays so that they have the weekend to work on it. Now, assessments. We will have assessments. They will be done through Schoology. They will most likely open at a certain time and close at a certain time. So they won't have all day to do it. There'll be expectations there. I would figure on roughly every 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more since we're in this virtual model. Now, participation. Students are expected to participate on a daily basis. I call on them whether they want to participate or not. So I just kind of check on them, see if they're there, see if they're, following along, things like that. And I do give a grade for it. Projects, we might have some projects here. So, I kind of always throw it in just as kind of like a, monkey wrench, just in case, or a catch-all in case I want to do something. All right. Best way to get a hold of me is through email. Don't come to my classroom, shoot me an email. I check it at like 5 o'clock in the morning when I wake up, and I check it before I go to bed. And if you've emailed me, I'll get back to you pretty quickly. So that's the best way to do it. Feel free to call me if you have any questions, because I'll call you if I have any concerns. Don't worry about that. I'll get a hold of you. So please feel free to call me if you want to talk to me personally. The textbook is on WebAssign. I've showed the students where that is, and I'm trying to get it so I can upload it to Schoology as well. They should have a notebook for my class. If they didn't, let me know, and more than happy to get it to you somehow, some way, but you'll get it. And when we're back in school, I'll be providing all that stuff. But if you don't have it, they are on Schoology, so I will show you where to find that as well. And a calculator. The best thing for them to have is a TI 83, 84, something like that. These things are not mandatory, but strongly encouraged. I mean, heck, it's math class. You need a calculator. So let's go back to the course here. Now, if your son or daughter forgets their WebAssign, they need to reach out to me. I can send them their WebAssign password and username. This is just troubleshoot in case there is issues with the Flash player. So you can find that right there, and there's the link to WebAssign. Now, let's kind of explore what it looks like in the class. Now, in the class, well, heck, we got tests and quizzes, that's at the top. So you'll see that quiz that they have on Friday, well, that's in there. Now, in this folder, you'll notice it says notes, reviews, and answer keys. So in here, you'll find the notes to the chapter, okay? And when we have reviews, I'll put it in there. And then I'll post my answer key in here to my notes for the first chapter, probably a couple days before the quiz, just so that students can make sure that their notes are looking good. And if they've missed anything, they can catch up on it. Now let's just explore module 1.1. So this is the real number system. So this is the WebAssign homework that was assigned to them. The due date is in WebAssign, and it corresponds to the due date here, okay? This one was a little different because I assigned it and then I gave them a little extra time to figure it out. The next one would be due on a Monday. And these are the links to the class lessons that I've recorded. So if they're kind of confused about something, you can click here and it's a link to it. So that is my Schoology page, and that's how you'll find it. And it's kind of broken down pretty, easily and simply. Okay, so you can see as we go down, this is the newer stuff. All right, so that's where you can find it. But long story short, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I'm there. I'm here to help. I don't want to make it harder. I want to make it easier. And if I have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'll reach out to you. I'll be the first one to give you a call and be like, hey, I think something's up, because we're in this together and I want to get through it just as badly as you guys. Other than that, you guys have a great night and stay classy.